What is your name, please?
My name is Nick Matsukas.
My name is Nick Matsukas.
My name is Nick Matsoukous.
Only one of these men is the real Nick Matsukas. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Peggy Cass, actor-playwright Ossie Davis, and Kitty Carlisle. On To Tell the Truth with your host, Bud Collier.
Come on. Oh, my. Thank you very much, and welcome once again to Tell the Truth, brought to you this week by Winston Filter Cigarettes. Oh, boy, got you a little scared there, didn't they, huh?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes,
Yes.
rather
I
he's
didn't
an
know we had
eye.
so many superstitious people. Ossie, it's a great pleasure to have you back again.
Thank you, Bud. Glad to be back.
How's Ruby? She fine?
Just fine, thank you.
Good. All right, now you can open the envelope and superstitiously follow along as I read. I, Nick Matsukas, was the 13th child in a family of 13 and was born on the 13th day of the month. My name has 13 letters in it. On one particular Friday the 13th, I opened the first exhibition against superstition at the American Museum of Natural History. On another Friday the 13th, I founded the National Committee of 13 Against Superstition. The members all enter our meetings by walking under ladders and hold discussions under open umbrellas. We also light our cigarettes 3 on a match, defy black cats to cross our paths, and break all the mirrors we can afford. One of our aims is the stamping out of triskaidekaphobia, signed Nick Matsukas. So, panel, these 3 gentlemen all claim to be Nick Matsukas, I beg your pardon, 13th Vice President of the National Committee of 13 Against Superstition. We might as well start the questioning, I guess, with our own triskaidekaphobiac, Peggy Cass. Peggy?
I think you gentlemen are very lucky to have made it down that staircase. But number 2, what's ouzo?
Greek liquor.
Number 3, what's triskaideka?
The feet of 13.
Number 1, when you break a mirror, in order to take off the unlucky part, what are you supposed to do? So you don't miss, so it doesn't bring you bad luck. There's a certain thing you do.
Well, breaking a mirror is breaking your own image, and that brings you bad luck.
But I know, but there's a way to take the curse off it. What's that?
I don't know.
Number 2, do you know?
I do not.
Number 3?
Just don't break it.
Oh, my mother didn't tell me. Right. Oh.
Ossie Davis.
Number 1, what are some of the other superstitions that are common?
Well, the most common one is triskaidekaphobia, which is the fear of the number 13, and that's the most common around the world. And then, of course, there are other superstitions like walking under ladders, opening umbrellas, black cats crossing your path, things of that sort.
Number 2, are records kept of your meetings?
No, we do not keep any records.
Number 3, what is the source of most of the superstitions?
Ignorance.
Number 2, what geographical location accounts for most of our superstitions?
So far as I'm concerned, Middle East and the Balkans.
Kitty Carlisle.
Number 2, can you tell me why these numbers are considered magical? 13, 7, 3.
There is no such a thing as a magical number. All numbers are the same.
But they're
That's exactly what we're trying to fight.
Number 1, why is it when you spill salt you have to throw it over your shoulder?
Push it over.
Well, because...
Well, push it over. Why?
Well, you goofed. You dirtied your hostess's tablecloth, and you've got to do something to kind
Oh,
of
now
take
that's not the reason. You know better than
most of
that.
these things are founded on that.
Number 3, why is it bad luck to have a meeting under the open umbrella?
It's not bad luck at all.
No, why is it considered bad luck? Oh, you don't even want
Well,
to
the
give
only
us...
reason is that you're supposed to to be very careful in opening an umbrella because you might pull somebody's eyes out.
I see. Number 2, what is xenophobia?
Xenophobia is
Fear
Tom.
of foreigners or fear of strangers.
Thank you.
Tom.
Thank you, Bud. Gee, I don't know. I'll have to be lucky to get this one, I guess. Number 3, do you know the origin of the 3 on a match fear?
Yes, the origin that I know, and I think is the correct one, is that the match industry originated in order to increase the sale of matches by 1/3%.
Well, see, I can't tell whether he's giving me... well, anyway. Number 2, do you believe in fortune telling?
I do not.
Number 1, are there cards, certain cards that go with fortune telling for those who may take this seriously?
Well, they're tarot cards.
Number 3, what does that mean? Thank you.
That's all the time we have, you lucky people. So mark your ballots at once, without change, no consultation permitted, as you vote now for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Our team of challengers will receive $250 for every incorrect vote. Everybody marked? All right, Tom, for whom did you vote?
Well, of course, we couldn't get really the Kinahura. I voted for number 3 because I think that they must keep records, and number 2 was not very up on how many superstitions there are, and of course there are so many.
Peggy.
I voted for number 2 because I thought number 1 said it was just for the salt people, but I thought it was something about Judas and the salt at the Last Supper. And number 3 didn't know about 3 on a match, and that's in the First World War with the snipers. If you held a match long enough, a sniper could get you in the German, in no man's land. So I voted for 2.
Ossie.
I voted for number 2. I think that was in the Boer War that the 3 on the match started. We realized about that later. But it seemed, I voted for number 2 because it seems to me that a man would have to have lack of a sense of humor to organize something against superstition.
Kitty, which one is your choice?
I voted for 2, as Ossie did, because of his earnestness. Because he wouldn't give us the benefit of even telling us where the superstitions came from. He simply overrode all that because he thinks it's so terrible to be superstitious. And he was so earnest that I voted for number 2.
All right, that's close to unanimity. You have 3 for number 2 and 1 for number 3. And with that, we go into the truth area to find out which one is right and which wrong, as we learn now which of these gentlemen actually is the man who is 13th vice president of the Committee of 13 Against Superstition. So will the real Nick Matsukas please stand up?
No, it's not.
Thank you very much. Oh, boy. What's the matter, Tom?
Now, I'd like to know what you do to take the curse off of broken mirror.
You take a little piece of the mirror and you put it in running water, like in a river or something. The trips I've made to the East River with an old mirror.
Thank you, Peggy.
I'm glad to see that you're not superstitious anyway. Number 1, what is your real name and what do you really do?
My name is George Christie, and I'm a freelance writer and a novelist.
You should have gotten some material here tonight. Number 2, you got most of the votes. What is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Michael G. Chrisen. I promote Spanish tourism.
Well, gentlemen, in checking the score, I find and you find that there were 3 incorrect votes at $250 each. That's a total of $750 from Winston Filter Cigarettes and, of course, a gift package of Winston's on your way out. A carton. Gentlemen, I don't suppose you have any objection to receiving this money in $2 bills, do you?
No. Thank you.
Good night to you, and God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll put the panel back to work in just a moment. Meantime, here's something you'll enjoy. Let's meet our next team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Barbara Holm Stewart.
My name is Barbara Holm Stewart.
My name is Barbara Holm Stewart.
Panel, follow along with this story, if you will, please, with your copies. I, Barbara Holm Stewart, and my husband went on a most unusual safari. For 1,500 miles, the two of us slogged through mangrove jungles, hip-deep mud holes and steaming swamps infested with alligators. Aside from our feet, our only method of transportation was our 17-foot canoe. We lived off the land, eating any kind of fish we could catch and supplementing our diet with delicacies such as cattail roots, wild sour oranges, and swamp cabbage. We explored the remains of a city lost for more than 2,000 years and visited with Rob Roy Osmer, who is known as the world's most popular hermit. For the entire 6 months, we were almost constantly out of touch with civilization, and yet we never left the continental limits of the United States. As a matter of fact, we never even left the state of Florida. Signed, Barbara Holm Stewart. So, panel, these three ladies all claim to be one and the same. Barbara Holm Stewart by name, who offers us a rather unusual idea for a Florida vacation. I think you'll agree. Now, let's start the examination this time with the star of the Broadway hit, Ballad for Bimshire, Ossie Davis. Ossie?
Number 1, the delicacies such as cattail roots and wild sour oranges. Do you have to cook those?
You can if you wish.
Did you cook them on that occasion?
We cook them occasionally.
Number 2, what's the predominantly Indian, the name of the Indian tribes associated with this particular swamp that you went through?
The present-day Indian is a Seminole.
The Seminole Indians.
Yes.
Number 3, what are some of the uses to which, did you come across the alligator catchers while you were in the swamps?
No, we did not.
Number 2, is there a season when alligators are permitted to be caught?
Well, not in the Everglades, which is a national park. Hunting is forbidden.
Kitty Carlisle.
Number 3, why did you do this?
That's what I kept asking my husband. Actually, it's the last frontier in the United States, and we wanted to explore it and also find campsites.
Were you writing a book?
We kept a log, but not necessarily with the
Number
book in
1,
mind.
why did you do it?
Well, I wanted to locate campsites in Everglades
What
National
for?
Park. Well, because it's very hard to find a place that you can get out on dry ground.
Thank you. Number 2, what is a camp
what?
I was going to say a camp swabbage. But what I meant was
Swamp cabbage.
a swamp cabbage.
Camp swabbage.
A swamp cabbage is an edible substance that's in the trunk of a palm tree.
Thank you. Number 3, what is Rob Roy Osmer? Ooh.
That's Tom Poston's best friend. Tom?
My best friend, Rob Roy.
Hermit.
Number 3, is your maiden name Holm?
Holm Stewart, yes.
Your maiden name is Holm Stewart or Holm?
Holm Stewart, both.
Oh, well, I won't pursue that, huh? Number 3, what other Indians are there in Florida?
That's the only tribe that's left in Florida at the moment.
Number 2, is that correct?
In the present day, yes.
What Indians were there before in Florida?
The Calusa were very popular in southern Florida.
Peggy Cass.
Thank you, Bud. Where is the Okefenokee? Number 2, where's the Okefenokee swamp?
It's in Florida. I'm not quite sure where.
Oh, number 2, where's Lake Okeechobee?
Lake Okeechobee is north of the Everglades in central Florida.
Number 1, what's a grouper?
A grouper is a fish with a very large mouth.
Like me. Number 3, do you scale a grouper or skin a grouper? The reason I have this grouper fixation is because I caught one once down there.
I've never caught one.
And that's all the time we have. So, cast your lines into the swamp and let's come out with the right answer, shall we? Mark your ballots. In other words, mark them at once, without change, and no consulting one with the other as you vote now for number 1, number 2, or number 3. All marked?
It's very difficult. Wait a minute.
Is it very difficult? All right.
It certainly is.
I'll wait just a few more seconds, and away we go. Tom, for whom did you vote?
Well, I voted for number 1. I didn't vote for number 3 because she had to want to go along, even if she did love her husband. And I can't give you my other reason. Because I don't have any.
Well, I voted for number 1 because number 3, the Okefenokee swamp is where Pogo lives. in the funny.
Sure.
And also, that is a grouper is a big fish with a big mouth.
Ossie, what is your choice?
I voted for number 3. I eliminated number 1 because it's hard to believe that a southern lady would visit those swamps, and I remember those swamps myself. And it seems to me that number 2 doesn't seem like the kind of person who would go to the swamps, but I did think that number 3 might be gullible enough to let her husband persuade her to follow him to the swamp. So number 3.
Kitty, which one do you think it is?
Well, I voted for number 1. I believed you about the Okefenokee swamps, and I nearly voted for number 2. And number 3 had a very good reason, I thought, for going. She had followed her husband. She didn't know any other reason. But I thought number 1 had very good and specific answers. So I voted for number 1.
So there we have 3 for number 1, 1 for number 3 in this case, a reversal of the last...
Anyway, Ossie, you don't understand about southern ladies. I'm a southern lady. We go anyway.
I stand corrected.
All right. Let's see how you stand so far as the truth is concerned now, as we learn which one of these ladies actually is the one that had a fascinating vacation in the state of Florida. Will the real Barbara Holm Stewart please stand up? Well, I'm afraid the panel was a little too smart for you, ladies. Sometimes they do that. They get out of something. We don't know why or how, but they do. And I must say I'm proud of them, too. Number 2, what is your real name and what do you really do?
I'm Joyce Wetzel. I'm with Theater Network Television.
And number 3, what is your real name and what do you do aside from doing what your husband tells you to do?
It's Mimi Matzner, and I work for Random House Publishing Company, and I've never been to Florida.
Well, ladies, I'm sorry that there isn't more take-home pay. There was only 1 incorrect vote, but that still is $250, and I hope whatever use you put your particular share of it to brings you great joy and great happiness. And we thank you for the fun you brought to us tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Of course, this money comes your way from Winston Filter cigarettes, and a carton of Winston's will be waiting for you on the way out. Thanks again. Good night, and God bless you. Now 60 seconds devoted to your particular taste for your particular pleasure. Now we bring you our 3rd team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Joe Longo.
My name is Joe Longo. My name is Joe Longo.
Panel, will you listen and follow while I read? I, Joe Longo, lost my father when I was very young. My family had a very difficult time, and survival would have been impossible without the help furnished us by some complete strangers. It was hard for me to understand why people who didn't know us should help us, but I did determine that someday, somehow, I would repay this kindness. Remembering how lonely I felt as a GI overseas, I selected from a newspaper article the names of 10 servicemen overseas who had few, if any, ties here at home. I set aside a certain percentage of my salary as a maintenance machinist and began sending letters and food packages to them. My list has now grown to more than 100. Because of the increased needs of my own family, I recently found that I had to take spare time jobs to keep my project going. The men in my shop have also helped. I think it important, especially during the holiday season, to convince our GIs who may sometimes feel alone that they have not been entirely forgotten. Signed, Joe Longo. Very well, these 3 gentlemen panel all claim to be Joe Longo, a man to be admired. I think you'll agree. And we'll start with our gal to be admired, Kitty Carlisle.
Thank you, Bud. This is a terribly touching story. May I ask number 3, how much does each package weigh that you send abroad?
It varies.
Thank you. Number 2, what do you put in them?
All sorts of food, such as salami, canned fruit, candy, and peanuts.
Thank you. Number 1, did you start writing all these letters yourself?
Originally, I did. There weren't too many at first, but it grew as the years went on.
Thank you. Number 3, what is a maintenance machinist?
A maintenance machinist is a repairman.
And what do you repair?
Machinery. Tom Poston.
Number 3, how do you determine which GIs you're going to send things to?
Well, It started at first in the Journal American from a column called Mailbag. And we first got our first names from them, you know, people, fellas that were lonely.
Peggy.
But number 2, did people write to Mailbag and then Mailbag passed the names on to you?
No, you just read the papers and you pick out the names out of the newspaper.
Well, number 1, it doesn't say in the newspaper who's lonesome and who doesn't have much family, does it?
No, it doesn't say that, but they do list people who don't get the names of soldiers who don't get mail.
Number 3, you must have so much mail you can't answer it all yourself. Can you still answer it all yourself?
No, my family helps me.
Number 2, how much does it cost, the average cost for a package that you send overseas?
Well, anywhere from 85 cents to $1.75 for a package.
Number 1, do you have to pay the regular post office rate or do you get a special rate?
Uncle Sam doesn't play favorites.
And that's it. Ossie Davis. Beg your pardon.
Thank you,
Beg your pardon.
Number 3.
I thought it was the end. Excuse me.
Give me some, what's a maintenance machinist?
A maintenance machinist is a repairman. If any of the machinery goes wrong, they call for myself or 8 other fellas that are in my department.
Number 2, are you your own boss?
No, I'm not.
What union covers your employment?
The UAW.
UAW, can you tell me which local?
116.
And that is all the time we have, I'm sorry to say. So into the area of marking ballots, if you please, at once without change and no consultation, of course, as you vote now for number 1, number 2, or number 3.
Can't decide.
I can't either.
Mark them as quickly as possible. All marked now. And Tom, for whom did you vote this
Well,
time?
I voted for number 1. I admire the man and what he's doing. I think it's great. He looked like a kindly fellow, and I voted for him.
Peggy.
Well, they all look kind. I voted for number 1. I hope I'm wrong so we can get some more money to send those packages.
Ossie, what is your choice?
I voted for number 2 because he looks more nearly like a soldier from World War II.
Okay.
That's it.
And Kitty.
I voted for number 1, but I agree with Ossie that number 2 did look, but then I thought, why couldn't it be World War I? I mean, he could have been as GI any old time. And he looks terribly kind, and I do hope we're all wrong.
All right, there you have it. 3 for number 1, 1 for number 2. You've been following a pattern like that tonight. Let's see how it works this time as we learn now which one of these gentlemen actually is the real man to be admired. So will the real Joe Longo please stand up? You got one, Ossie. Good boy. Thank you very much. And we here, all of us, on To Tell the Truth, and I'm sure I speak for the audience here in our studio, too, would like to commend heartily Joe Longo and his fellow workers at the American Machine and Foundry. Keep it up, boy. It's a great, great job you're doing. Number 1, what is your real name? And you got all the votes. And what do you do, sir?
My name is Hugo Sestari. I'm a branch manager for the Good Humor Ice Cream Corporation.
And number 3, what is your real name and what do you do, sir?
My name is Louis Brunellati, and I am a New York City taxi owner.
Well, gentlemen, in checking the score, you did well. There were 3 incorrect votes at $250 each. That's a total of 750 nice, fat American dollars from Winston Cigarettes as well as a carton of Winston's to you. And again, I say to you, keep up the good work, and may many more do it, too. God bless you. Good night, and thank you. Well, the time goes fast when you give us such a good time as you always do, and I thank you all. Kitty, Ossie, Peggy, and Tom. Bless you all. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you.
Good night to you, and good night to all of you, too. And, of course, join us this same time next week, and I'll see you tomorrow afternoon on the daytime show. In the meantime, speaking for Winston's, may I say good night? May I remind you once again to tell the truth. Good night.
To Tell the Truth is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
This is Mike Wallace. The United States Senate opens public hearings into the business affairs of Bobby Baker in Washington tomorrow. They'll take up charges of financial wheeling and dealing, and administration leaders are concerned about where the investigation will lead. Live coverage tomorrow on the CBS Morning News.
To Tell the Truth has been brought to you tonight by Winston Filter Cigarettes. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. This is Johnny Olson speaking. For To Tell the Truth, the preceding program was recorded.